What's up guys, I'm back with another video and I'm super excited about this one today because it's all about my go-to MAC products. So as you guys know, I am a MAC employee, so I do work with these products all the time, but these are actually just products that I've collected over a period of time, even before I started working with MAC. But just a little bit of a backstory. So I started with MAC about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. I started as a freelancer, but we can go into the positions like a little bit. Maybe that'll be a different video, so because it's a lot. But I just became permanent about 6 months ago. Anyways, so I definitely really love this company. I love the people that I work with. It's just a super amazing family, and MAC definitely stays tried and true to their products and their formulas, and I have never been disappointed. Just a little bit about these products. They are just my staples in my collection, just stuff that I've collected over the years that have worked for me and my skin type. Whoa. So these products might not necessarily work good on somebody with a different skin type as me. I have really oily skin. You may have dry skin, you may have combination skin. This may not look good on you, but if you're more of the oily girl and you like the matte finish and all that good stuff, then you would love these products. So let's get started. I have a bunch of stuff written down. So the first product we're going to start with is MAC Fix Plus. So this is a staple in almost every single makeup artist collection. This guy is the most sold, one of the most sold products at MAC. So one thing that makes this super amazing is it's a setting spray and it's a priming spray. It does have glycerin in it, so that's what helps the makeup adhere together, but it also helps with like perfecting and smoothing down the skin. I really like this to intensify pigments or intensify eyeshadows that are a little bit more on the shimmery side. Just spray your brush with a little bit of it and you are good to go. That is going to be as metallic as you can get it. And it's just a quick like spray. If you're living in Arizona like I am and it gets super hot, just spray yourself a good one and you're nice and refreshed for the rest of the day. I really like the way this smells. We did come out with some scented ones like coconut, and that was like a big hit, but I love the original MAC Fix Plus. So my second product that I'm going to be talking about is my 24-hour extended eye base. So this guy is a staple in my collection because, of course, 24-hour eyeshadow primer. So I don't think there's actually another eyeshadow primer out there that has 24-hour wear claim, but this guy does. I like that he goes on smooth and he dries really fast. He doesn't really, it doesn't crease. It doesn't feel sticky. I mean, I'm sure there's other primers, but this is just one that works for me, especially when I'm using it on brides or just special events. You know that makeup's got to stay on. I'm pretty sure nobody's wearing their makeup for 24 hours, but if you are, you're covered. So yeah, that's that guy. Let's see. Next product I'm going to be talking about is Oil Control Lotion. So your girl is really oily. Now, one thing that I really do like about this is that it helps control the distribution of oil on your face throughout the day. So underneath your foundation, this guy is going to be working underneath to keep your oil balanced so that you're not overproducing or underproducing. So sometimes when people have oily skin, they tend to think that they don't need to moisturize, or they don't want to wear anything on their face because you just feel like you're going to get super oily. This guy is actually gel based, so it's just adding that extra boost of hydration without feeling like a thick cream. So it goes on more like a gel. I don't know if you guys can see the consistency. I just thought I'd play with it, but it goes on more like a gel rather than a thick, heavy cream. So for you girls that are oily out there, I definitely recommend this in your makeup kit. Next, we're gonna be talking about foundation. My go-to favorite foundation, and actually one of the first products that I've actually tried from MAC, is MAC Studio Fix. This guy is a staple in my collection and has been for years and years and years. Sorry about the bell noise, that's my kitty. Is that for a stop? Anyways, yeah, so I usually range from NC 25 to NC 30. In the summertime, I'm more the NC30 if I'm more in the sun, NC25 if I'm in the winter time. So one thing that I really love about this foundation is it is a full coverage foundation, so it's going to cover all those pimples I have here, unfortunately. But it's also going to be that matte finish that I really need because I'm super oily. It's also going to help control oil throughout the day, and it does have an SPF in it, so if you're big on protecting the UV rays, it is broad spectrum, so meaning it's going to be covering UVA and UVB rays. So that's really cool. Also want to talk about Studio Fix powder. So I also wanted to bring this in because a lot of people think that these two go together because they have the same name, but they do not. MAC Studio Fix powder is actually a full coverage powder, so it's intended to be used by itself. I don't recommend setting Studio Fix foundation with Studio Fix powder unless you're using a really big fluffy brush to loosen up the coverage, but then nonetheless I'd rather be using a light powder, especially since I'm really oily. I want to put less on my face because it's gonna freak my skin out if I'm putting so much on my face, and it's gonna be like, oh my god, and it's gonna okay, so yeah, Studio Fix powder, usually the same. Usually when you're matched for the liquid foundation, you're gonna probably be the same shade in the powder if you're looking to get the powder as well. Now recently I have been breaking out, so my breakouts tend to be a little bit on the drier side, a little bit more flaky, really annoying by the way, but when that does happen, I like to break out on Studio Sculpt. Studio Sculpt is a full coverage foundation, but it's also intended for people with dry skin. It's going to be that extra hydration throughout the day, but it's also going to be that nice full coverage finish if you want that. So my girls out there with dry skin, you'd really love this. I have been loving it. So usually when I do get those dry breakouts in certain areas, I'll just use this in the areas that are more dry, and then use Studio Fix on the areas where I'm more oily. You don't have to get as complicated as that. You can just, do what you gotta do. Anyways, next product I'm gonna be talking about is MAC Soft and Gentle. This guy, oh my god. We actually came out with some highlighters that did very well, and I'm super obsessed with them. This is a tried and true, and he has been in the game forever, even before highlighting was a trend. But it's just a super nice, natural champagne-y highlight. Extra dimension, mineralized skin finish. So 55 plus minerals actually. So you can use this guy wet or dry. Wet's gonna be intense highlight. Dry is gonna be a little bit more sheer. But it looks really good on skin tones from fair all the way to maybe like medium dark. So I love this guy. I use him on brides all the time. Yeah, definitely one to add in the collection. So coming to an end, but my last two products I'm going to talk about. Okay, so this guy. This is the Bold and Bad Lash. This is our newest mascara that just came out, and oh my god, let me tell you who definitely changed the game in the mascara world. So you have, of course, your basic first one that comes out, and he is going to give you that nice fluffy volume and length that you need. And then you got the twist. You got this little guy on the other side, which is technically the first side, but he's gonna give you a lot of dimension or definition underneath the eyes without getting those mascara smudges, because sometimes, you have that nice beat eye and you do your eyeshadow underneath, and then all of a sudden you go in with that big old brush and you just mess it all up. That's where MAC changed the game. I love the way this makes my eyelashes look. Like, I feel like they look like they were drawn by a beautiful artist, which they are. Anyways, last product that I'm going to be talking about is Carnivorous liquid lipstick. So, you know how I wear red lipstick all the time? It's always this guy. This guy, ever since he came out, he has been my prized possession. And one thing that I really like about these lipsticks is they are very long wearing, just like any liquid matte lipstick. One thing that I do love about them, it is not flaky and it's not patchy. It will get patchy and flaky, or it will get flaky, may I say, if you put more than one coat. It's only intended for one swipe and you should be good. No, and if you're touching up, you should only be touching up the center. Unless you're doing some crazy stuff or you're eating greasy food, then you gotta take that off and reapply it. But I love this guy. I wear him all the time. You see him in all my pictures. I just can't get enough, and I really feel like I should start broadening my horizons when it comes to lipsticks, but unfortunately I'm in love with red. I can't do anything about it. But so that's it. Actually, I want to give a shout out to this perfume right here. This is MAC Turquoise, real quick, because girl, smells like heaven. This just brings back so many memories of when I first started working for MAC, just like that first time I got that call that I was a freelance artist. Like, best feeling in the world, because this is like my passion. All this makeup and like being able to talk about makeup and being able to do makeup on people, this is what I live for. I did go to cosmetology school to do hair, but hair is something that I love to do as well, but makeup is what I'm truly passionate about. And just meeting people and being able to make people feel confident is what really fulfills me, and it just makes me happy to see other people happy. And I love being an artist. Ever since I was in 2nd grade, I've always wanted to be an artist, and that dream was actually like to sell paintings and drawings, but it's cool how everything fell into place and I'm an artist in a different sense. But yeah, so definitely stay tuned for some more videos that I will be filming. I will be doing some tutorials, maybe even some tutorials on makeup on other people. Working on some collabs with a lot of artists that I want to meet up with. But yeah, that's the end of my video. It's very short and sweet, and I can't wait to see you guys' love. Like, subscribe, share, and let me know what tutorials you guys want to see. So, bon voyage!